Animal testing. Have you ever wondered where the little stamp for cruelty-free makeup comes from? What company gives them that stamp? Who decides the criteria for that? Who's to say the company that you buy your makeup from isn't owned by another company that does animal testing? Where can you find an accurate list of companies that test on animals? I have not been able, in all my years in cosmetics, to ever find an accurate list of who tests on animals. I found lists with many of the names on it, all the big ones. Every makeup company has been in question at one time or another as to whether or not they do animal testing. Most cosmetic companies say, oh no, our product is cruelty-free. Well, does that mean that you weren't cruel to the animals or you didn't test on them at all? I'm so curious about all this. All my years in cosmetics and all the years as an animal lover, I never want to see an animal be harmed. But I don't know where the fine line of animal testing begins and ends. The FDA does not require cosmetic companies to test on animals. So why are so many companies still doing it? Is it actually the cosmetic companies or is it the companies that own these cosmetic companies? It's all so confusing. There's information here and there's information there. And I've been trying to gather it for years. My viewers from time to time will come on after I've showed a certain product and tell me that the product I was using is tested on animals, or the company that that product comes from tests on animals. And I always ask them, where do you find an accurate list? Because I've never been able to find one. And I always assumed that the products that were being tested on animals were made overseas or in another country, not in America. Well, apparently the rest of the world, especially Europe, is leading the no animal testing fight. The only way to stop supporting companies that test on animals is to switch the whole game around. I don't want the little bunny stamped on everything. I would rather see a big orange bright fluorescent sticker that says we tested on animals. I think that companies would stop hiding it if they had to present it in a part of their directions or their instructions or as a warning. I think there should be a warning label on all cosmetics that were tested on animals. Any company using natural ingredients does not need to test on animals. Animal testing is done to add toxic ingredients to our cosmetics. The horrible things that are done to animals so that we could wear makeup. And our government says there's no reason to even do it. There are lists of natural ingredients that do not cause reactions in 99% of people that cosmetic companies could be working from. Most of the time in cosmetics, animal testing is done on mice or rats. It is really, really sad, some of the things that they do to them. There's a test where they take certain ingredients or certain products, and when they're in the testing phase, they get dripped into a rabbit's eyes, and the rabbit is given no anesthetic, wide awake. The only reason they've stopped shaving animals, because now they grow them hairless. When they would shave them, they didn't know if they were actually getting a reaction because of the shave or because the product was really making the animal sensitive. There's so many harsh, cruel facts in this world, and especially in the animal kingdom. I can't take it when I watch the Nature Channel and it's time for the lion to jump on the elephant. It makes me so sad. But there are cruel facts of nature. And animal testing on cosmetics it's not a part of nature. It's just not right. I could see if there was a public need for it, that we needed to know that these things were not going to harm humans, and we needed cosmetics. But we don't. This day and age, cosmetics are safe. The testing has been all done years ago. I contacted an animal testing lab while researching this. They did not want to comment. They said that they wouldn't comment to anybody who was going to be on YouTube and answer me any questions without an unwarranted basis. So basically they said, mind your own business, we're not going to answer you so you can go make a YouTube video about why we test on animals, what we're actually doing here. And it was Johns Hopkins University. I did, however, find some very interesting information on the Penn State University website. They are an animal testing laboratory. They do it mostly for pharmaceuticals. I could not find a university or a plant or a laboratory that tests on animals in the States for cosmetics. I would love to call them and ask them exactly what they're doing and what the purpose of it is. But for now, this animal testing thing is a huge mess, because as far as I know, after today, after looking at the sites I've looked at, I think I need to throw everything away that I own and just start all over again. Because everything I have, just about everything, if it didn't come from a company that tests on animals, it's owned by a company that tests on animals. So please, I urge you, tell them, say, we want you to mark your products that you test on animals. Be bold about it, companies. Let us know what's going on, and then we can make an accurate choice. Instead of trying to look all over the place for what we need and then say, oh, okay, let me see if they test on animals. I prefer not to buy products that were tested on animals. I don't want to do that. I don't want to support that. At least not for cosmetics. And until I know more about pharmaceutical testing and everything else that they test for, I don't like it. It doesn't make anybody feel good to find out that they've been using something on their eyes that a rabbit got hurt for or a rat died for. We just need to clear this up. These cosmetic companies need to come clean and change their ways. All of them. I did, however, have one issue with these lists that I found for companies that test on animals. Some of these companies got dings on their record because of maybe using fur in an ad, or, you know, not being a vegetarian company using animal byproduct to make their makeup. Now that I don't necessarily agree with. If someone uses fur in an ad, it doesn't necessarily make me want to put them on the animal cruelty list, because that does not depict cruelty to me, someone wearing a fur in an ad. I mean, there are fake fur that you could use, but I don't think a company and all the companies it owns should have that ding on their record for that. That's the other hard thing with these organizations that protect animals. I would love to get behind them 100%, but they're always too far on one side of the fight. It's never too much in the middle. So please, somebody within reason, make an accurate list. And I just want to know who tests on animals. Well, I hope this helped some people. I hope it cleared it up that we all have stuff in our makeup bags that is tested on animals. Everybody. I sat down after looking at the internet and was like, I have to throw everything out. So what I'm asking for, before I go rebuy everything, somebody come up with an accurate list. Hopefully we can change this just by a little awareness. And it starts today. Because like I had it. I will have a part 2 to this video when I actually figure out what this big mess is. The one thing that I saw over and over again, all these sites to protect animals, is that us, as the consumers, us makeup girls, we can actually do something here. If you pass this video around to everybody, and please keep in mind of all the stupid things on YouTube that go viral, this one's kind of important. With, you know, there's hundreds of makeup gurus on here. All of us together, I know that somebody can do something. So please, let's really make this video move, and ones like this one, pass it on to every girl you know, everybody that wears makeup, guy, girl, whoever it is. No, I'm not going to be satisfied anymore if you have one product in your whole line with the little bunny on it that says you didn't hurt it. No, I don't like it. Where does it even come from? Who gave you that?